It's truly my family heritage.
Montana Mad Hatters is more than a custom hat shop.
I truly think that this was my destiny.
Here on Main Street in Twin Bridges, Erica Kirkpatrick Eggers walks in the big footsteps of a trail her mother first blazed as a young girl.
Grandpa was a PRCA announcer, so she would go to rodeos with him. And she'd see a guy's hat that she'd like, and she'd go home and get on the tea kettle and shape it and change it all the time. So she's always been good with hats.
Sheila Kirkpatrick was so good with hats, she was inducted into the National Cowgirl Hall of Fame in 1992.
I grew up in the hat shop. My mom had me, and then a couple days later, she was back at work. So I, from a baby on, was in here every day.
But after high school, Erica was like the ranch kid that can't wait to leave home until she realized what she left.
Then when I went to college, I was like, you know, kind of wasting my money here. I think I really want to do hats. And now I can't imagine doing anything else.
Today, from start to finish, this meticulous woman does everything herself.
Yeah, and then you put the gold leaf. It's my name on each hat that goes out the door, so yeah, it's nice to have somebody in here, but it's hard to find somebody else that is as passionate about it as I am.
She starts with this unique device to measure your head and its shape.
So I take this and then I cut this out and I make it on a piece of styrofoam.
Mine's a bit odd.
That's the shape of your head.
Which is not unusual.
Not everybody's proportionate. And our eyes aren't level, our ears are off, and our nose is not in the center of our face. None of us are proportionate at all.
The styrofoam pattern becomes the foundation.
Yep, so this is what they come in like.
To turn a raw hat body into a work of art.
Beaver is the most desired product.
Hat bodies are made of rabbit fur, beaver, or both.
Honored-X is 100% beaver.
Then the hat gets blocked.
I pick a block based on the closest to the size of the customer, but also what style of hat they're wanting. If they're wanting a real tall Gus, then you'd go like that. Then you'd take your...
Ironed.
So all this is doing is getting a nice tight bond onto this block.
Sanded.
So this is gonna shave all those fibers down and make them real nice and soft.
And singed.
With alcohol to burn the extra hairs off.
Whoa. Cool.
And it just kind of singes those last little hairs off. And it's a lot of feel. I wanted to know a recipe of this is how you do it and this is the product you get. And it doesn't work that way. Each hat behaves differently and it's all feel and it is very much an art.
Everything is done by hand. Cutting the sweatband, stamping it with the owner's name, and sewing it in.
What I do is I actually lace it together.
After ironing the brim, it's time for the grand finale, shaping.
The hat has to fit the person. You have to go by their shape of their face and just kind of make it to where it looks like the hat is part of them. There, that's better. But yeah, this guy just wants a Gus crease. So I did a little taller crown than I would do if I was doing a cattleman's or a buckaroo.
There are lots of details, like adding a pencil roll.
You just keep working it till you get the desired amount of roll that you want.
The tool she uses is antique, as is much fur equipment, fitting for a shop that believes in old school craftsmanship.
Colored hats are coming back.
No matter what new direction hats may take.
We make everything from a Western hat to women's fashion hats is what I like to call them.
In this shop decorated with hats from the past.
A hat is part of a cowboy's gear. I mean, it's just as important as a saddle or their boots or spurs or any of that.
It's satisfying work.
I had a little gal bring in her grandpa's hat and it had no sweatband. I mean, it was in rough shape. And we rebuilt it and kind of designed something that she would wear and put her grandpa's name in it and her name in it. And she cried when she came and picked it up.
And after growing up in this business, today Erica believes she was intended to be here all along.
I love it when someone walks in and when they walk out of the door, they're just beaming because you made them feel so good about themselves.
Preserving a part of the rich legacy of the American West.
Feel pretty blessed to be here.